Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Political Nerd. And you know what? It's been a super long week. And yes, the polls came in and the election's over. And we have a new president, President Trump. So 45-47. That's going to be awesome. And if this hurts your feelings tonight after watching, I am pretty sure you don't want to keep watching. We're going to be kind of strong on making fun of the libtards, and yes, that's exactly what I said, libtards. And so, oh, and by the way, tonight's wine sponsored by the Broken Horseshoe Winery, and this is like a berry flavor. It's kind of nice. You're going to watch Austin drink a couple times, and he'll probably wince like he doesn't like it, but you know, probably right.
But it's so good.
So anyway, very good wine. And guess what? Anybody knows me, I don't like wine, but that I could drink. So anyway, it's been a long week here at Area 52 TV and Area 52 Media Group. We literally have been working super steady since Tuesday morning, and Monday night we actually did the live stream for the Patriot.tv. We went from 5 p.m. to almost 2 a.m. and we were on the air when everything was called, and it was awesome, and this is great, blah, blah, blah. So normally I have a guest on, and then typically it's going to be another podcasting person. Well, actually, technically who's coming on tonight is a podcaster and a TV show. They have their own sports show right here on Area 52 TV. Let's bring Austin in here. Austin is my technical director, and there's probably there's like a 30-year difference between you and I.
Yeah, that's about right. Might be a little more. Might be a little more.
A little bit more. I am old. It is what it is, you know. But I wanted him coming on because I wanted him to, I wanted to get his take on things, right? And I know that's really hard for me to shut up and just listen and whole 9 yards. But tonight I'm going to try because I really do want to get his opinion. Now, tonight, thank you Twitter, thank you Facebook, thank you YouTube, and thank you TikTok, because we are loaded with great clips and images, right?
Yep.
And I put some of the people that I follow in there. There's some guys in there that just speak the truth. It is what it is, and if you don't like it, sorry. And especially the one I'm going to show first. This dude is always on, and he just says it like it is. And if you don't like it, well, that's kind of, you need to just learn how to get over it, right? But it does. I've even got something in here tonight that, you know, all these women. Oh, and we're going to totally show you all the off the rail people that have shaved their head. And actually, you know what, Austin? Isn't this kind of funny that, you know, we keep hearing millions and millions of women have shaved their head for the, what is that, B4 or 4B movement?
Yeah, the 4B movement.
The 4B movement. And it's kind of funny that we only found like 5.
Yeah.
On all of social media that, I mean, don't get me wrong, we don't follow everybody. But you would figure that once you get in there and you really start looking and you start searching, I mean, I even use the old Google to find images, and the imagery just kind of wasn't there. So I think this is another one of those things where the Dems are all just, they're just literally blowing it all out of proportion. Now, I'm going to get this out there first. I am not a Democrat, nor am I a Republican. I am an independent, and that is the way it is. I will vote for who I think is the smartest people. So, and then, yes, I did vote for Trump, and I voted for Trump because this time going in, he has surrounded himself with a barrage of people that are just awesome. I mean, you've got Republicans, you've got Democrats, you've got independents, you've got, it's just, his cabinet, I think, is going to be massive. It's way better than it was in 2016. The man came in and really just kind of didn't know. I don't mean to be mean, but he was kind of green. You know, yes, he's an awesome businessman, and yes, he's made his mistakes, and we all know that. So before you start hitting me with the emails and all the text and all the Twitter feeds, yeah, he made some mistakes. We all made mistakes. And yeah, he's a billionaire. And I keep hearing that about Austin. This is something I think Austin and I have talked about a lot. Is everybody goes, "Oh, they should pay their fair share." Well, let me tell you something. All these billionaires are not billionaires because they're scamming people and they're not paying people and they're not paying their taxes. These people are billionaires because they have literally built some have built from the ground up companies that are worth billions and billions of dollars, and they pay more payroll taxes, they pay incoming tax. I mean, they pay taxes on their corporate, right? They really do. Now, are they smart businessmen? Both sides of the aisle. I don't care if you're Soros or you're Trump or you're Elon Musk or you're Bezos, right? Everybody uses the tax loopholes. So if you're going to bitch about that, make sure that all your Democrat people, you're going to go after your Democrat billionaires and make sure they are paying their fair taxes. But I'll guarantee you they're all in there. But I'm not here to get on the tax thing whole 9 yards with. So that's another show coming down the road. Guarantee it. So one of the first clips I want to show is it's from RAF. This is the Real As, yes, I'm going to use bad language tonight, and I'm truly sorry. It's Real As Fuck podcast, right? So this guy literally will tell it like it is, and let's listen to this.
Donald Trump is not inaugurated. He's not in office. Just because he won the quote-unquote election, there's a long list of things to go. And I'll tell you what sets off my spidey senses about all of this. They are all acting fairly reasonable. And it's for one of two reasons. One, they are either terrified and they know they're fucking caught and they know that they've got to step in line or they might that's their only chance to not get held accountable. Or two, they have a backup plan to do something terrible to Trump. Now remember, these people fucking tried to kill Trump. The fact that they're calling him and saying, hey, let's do this civil and shit, that's so out of character for them. It makes me think they have another plan.
So, yeah, we, no more wine for you because we literally showed the wrong image or the wrong layout. That's okay. From now on, we'll use the other layout, please, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of agree with him. I expected, and I don't know what you think about this, Austin, but I expected way more uproar. I mean, way more uproar.
Yeah, I was slightly expecting maybe a little more, but I feel like there's just so many moderates that went the other way that I think a lot of the super liberals are taking this election more with a bit more like grain of salt, where they even the super liberals, they have an understanding why the other side would go a certain way, whereas 2016 they couldn't even comprehend someone going for someone that wasn't right. Hillary Clinton.
Right. I mean, it's eerie. I got to say, I think the Senate is finally done. Even if the Dems get 2 more seats, which I think is all that's left, we still control the Senate. The House, we don't know yet because those are big uproars. I mean, almost every swing state he took.
I think he went 7 for 7.
Yeah. I mean, the whole Rust Belt went, I think we're going to go with Trump this time. And look, she just doesn't have, my personal opinion, we forgot to play our disclaimer, which we're going to start playing from now on. But this is my opinion. I just don't think she had the qualifications to be a president. Maybe if she had been in there 4 more years, kinda. But I mean, nah. To be honest, I think she's just really good at gaming the system to get where she's at.
Yeah, I don't understand. I've seen some people try and say that she is qualified for the role, but I don't understand how. She hasn't really done anything of a great success. California's worse off after she stopped being a prosecutor, got out of the Senate. But California only went more downhill with her in. So right. I don't think she has much to stand on.
Yeah. So I think, and her biggest thing was the abortion thing. While you get that asset loaded in there, so the abortion thing was kind of a big deal. And look, I'm actually where Melania Trump is. I am for. Look, it's their right to choose. It is their body, right? I get that. The only thing I have to say about that is, do I think killing a little baby is bad? Absolutely. But again, They're right. It's their body. Unfortunately, a lot of the left women, they use it as birth control, and that is not cool.
Well, the thing that also, what turns a lot of moderates and middle people off is just that liberals take abortion to an extreme of you can abort a baby at like 8 months.
Right.
Like that was the thing they were fighting for in Nevada.
Yep.
And it's like, that's going to be a turnoff. Like there's a certain limit where everyone seems to have an understanding where abortion can be a thing. But some liberals and some people on the left just take it to such an extreme where even if for the people that do support it, they get turned off by it.
Exactly. So I got a video I'm going to show, and this has been going around, and it's kind of funny that no one really likes to watch it. But I want to watch this because this guy literally asked how. Just watch the video, and we'll get back with it.
Ms. Sackler, just to clarify on this, are there any states where women face prosecution for having an abortion?
No.
Are there any states that criminalize miscarriage?
No.
Or that care for a miscarriage?
No.
Are there any states that criminalize removing an ectopic pregnancy?
No.
Are there any states that prohibit life-saving care for the mother?
No.
Are there any states where women have to be actively dying for a doctor to be able to act for her care?
No.
There's been a lot of rhetoric in this that I'm concerned pushes people away from getting access to health care. Vice President Harris, in a speech recently, said that women were being arrested and facing prosecution for experiencing miscarriages. Ms. Sackler, do you know of a single instance where a woman has been arrested for having a miscarriage or getting health care for that?
No. Treatment for miscarriage is allowed under the law, and there have been instances where I think that one example of that's been pointed to is misleading because the woman, I think she was in Ohio, the charges against her were not abortion related, and so it's misleading to use that as an example.
It's not only misleading, but it scares women away from getting access to health care. And it leads women to not go get health care treatment when they desperately need it.
Thanks, TikTok. So right there, I mean, it's not illegal. Everything that all these left throw at everybody, oh, they're going to take this away. No, they're not taking it away. Matter of fact, it'll actually be better now because it'll be to the state. Now, what the states do is what the states do. I agree with Trump. I don't think it should be a federal issue. I think it's a state and local issue.
I mean, what's crazy is I feel like if there was if this was a different policy or something and we were saying we're giving it back to state rights, I bet more people would be happy. It's just it's this one issue, we're letting it be a state issue and people are in uproar. But really, a smaller federal government's not a bad thing. That's a big issue with the people that wrote the Constitution, was trying to make the federal government as small as possible.
That's correct. That is totally correct. So you know what? Let it go back. Let the states decide. Hey, look, if you don't like that state you live in, and you're sitting there going, well, I don't like the fact that if wherever they go, if you don't like it, move to another state. Find a state that will take care of you. But here's the funny thing about this whole thing, right? Is I was going to download this image and I did not, but it's almost like all of the United States is red except for some blue cities, and we
I
all
know the map you're talking about,
right? So it's almost like cell phone coverage. It's got great coverage across except for these little blue areas. And these little blue areas are places like California, Los Angeles, Hollywood, San Francisco, you got Chicago, you got New York City. New York State is an actual red state, but New York City is super blue, except for some, boroughs, right? Mm-hmm. So and that's amazing that because those cities are so dense and they've got so many people that it'll actually help carry that state, right? Mm-hmm. So now we're going to get into some reaction from. We're going to get a reaction from a news station where, actually, it's not a news station. I think it was a talk show, right? Mm-hmm. And it's the one that's Emily, and I like it. So let's go ahead and play that bad boy.
What the happened on Tuesday?
I wish I could redirect and ask you because we're still processing it all, but the fact of the matter is Donald Trump and MAGA Republicans grew their electorate, grew their support right under Democrats' noses. They made gains in all these key demographics. Did you know that nearly 1/2 of Latino men and 1/5 of black men voted for Donald Trump? He made gains in all these racial minority communities. He grew his support among working class Americans. So not just disaffected rural white voters, but a lot of people of racial minorities.
Yep. See, and they get mad because the Democrats. They do. I have to give them credit. They are very good at getting out and trying to build their numbers, and the Republicans, for some reason, that's a nice face. I just want to say, here it goes. Right here's his face. Oh, anyway. So this time, the Republicans did the same thing. They went out and they got their own votes. God bless them. You know what I'm saying? They ran the numbers, the whole 9 yards, and they built a base. And they built a base by everywhere. Honestly, I think in the polls, when people were asked who you're voting for, people just said at that very point, and depending on who asked them, if it was a Democrat poll taker, they were the ones that were going, oh, yeah, we're going to vote for Kamala. And then if it was Trump guys, well, oh, yeah, we're voting. But no one would truly answer the questions. And I really think the polls were skewed. So,
I'll say this. So I saw so many media outlets being so surprised that the young male vote went towards Trump.
Right.
When really, I'm not that surprised.
You're not that surprised.
Well, my generation, at least all the guys I have met that are classified in my generation would not have voted for Kamala, or they didn't vote for Kamala.
Right.
For a lot of different reasons. But I feel like young men just they might lean in the middle or slightly to the left or slightly to the right.
Right.
But the Democratic Party has gone so far left that it's pushed basically every guy, especially white guy, in my generation, just more to the right in voting terms. Their actual mental might be more centered or to the left. But they got to vote right because the left just went way too far overboard, especially basically eliminating democracy, not letting a RFK, who RFK was my personal favorite candidate during this run. But the Democrats didn't want him, wouldn't let him be in the primaries. Then when they were just like, we're just going to settle with Biden. Then when they decided to kick him out, they don't refer back to the primaries, because if they did, they would have known Kamala got 0% in 2020.
Zero.
So if they even just looked at the primaries of 2020, they would have known right away there's no hope.
Right. Exactly. And well said. Well said. I mean, I can't believe how strong the young male vote went, and a lot more women showed up for Trump than they did for. So, we're watching the address by Kamala, and she was conceding, right? But I found this clip, and I want to show this right here. Her speech was just like Hillary's speech. When you can, play that bad boy, because I'm telling you, this is interesting.
The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for.
This is not the outcome we wanted or we worked so hard for.
Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him
amazing how, it's
that
almost,
we will
almost
help
verbatim.
him and his team with their transition.
Last night, I congratulated Donald Trump and offered to work with him on behalf of our country.
Over the 107 days of this campaign, we have been intentional about building community and building coalitions, bringing people together from every walk of life and background.
We've spent a year and a half bringing together millions of people from every corner of our country to say with one voice that we believe that the American dream is big enough for everyone.
To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay.
To the young people in particular, I hope you will hear this.
On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win.
This loss hurts, but please never stop believing that fighting for what's right is worth it.
See, I mean, literally, other than a few very small words, like, months and 107 days.
I just chalk that up to the same speechwriter.
It could have been, or she probably said, well, Hillary made a lot, she did a really good job. We'll just change it up a little bit enough so it's say. But if you don't know that that's the same speech, that is absolutely nuts, right? So I love this next, and it's like, I think it's like 30 seconds long, right? And this is probably one of the funniest reactions that I've ever seen. And it's so funny because it's literally Tom Hanks in The Money Pit, and someone did a meme out of it. I absolutely love this. Go ahead, Austin. It's awesome. I just love the fact that it's even Tom Hanks that's doing it, and he didn't do it for this, but you know what? It was one of those things where they just happened to, whoever did it was genius. I absolutely love it 100%. So, now this right here, I don't know if it's going to piss you off or make you even funnier, but this is an 8-second clip, and this is what I think. I think all of them. I think Iran, Iraq. I think Gaza. I think Putin.
Hezbollah. Hezbollah called for a ceasefire the day after the election.
Right. So play this. This is a reaction from an Iranian. I think it was an Iranian gentleman, isn't it?
Iran, yeah.
All right, let's watch this. That is so awesome. I'm sorry. I should not take pleasure in people's pain, but it's they got away with the whole thing is they've been getting away with because of what the current administration is doing. That stuff didn't happen under Trump.
No.
Whether you like Trump or not, no wars, good economy. I did great. My companies did great. My wife did great. We all did great, right? But I don't know. So this next girl right here, gentlemen, if you don't conceal carry, you need to, especially if you're a white guy, because this is nuts. Go ahead and play this crazy one.
I would go as far to say that I would purchase a Glock, and if you and I are walking on the same street and it's dark out and you're a white male, you have to be white for this to count, okay? If you're a white male, even if you don't approach me, I will shoot you. Yeah, I know. So, has to be on the street, you and I, has to be at nighttime. During the day, not so much, but at nighttime, okay? And you have to have very white skin, and be a male.
It's funny that the video got taken down, and people started leaving hate comments on her page being like, why'd you delete your videos about hating white guys?
Right.
And then she made a new video just today saying that she didn't delete it, TikTok did. But she said all her, everything she has said, it's in her heart. That's what she believes. She still has that Glock ready. She looks like someone who would own a Glock, clearly. So
some people like them, some people don't. It is what it is. So all I can say to that young lady is, I'm ready. I'm a concealed guy. I carry everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And I go to the states that actually will allow me to carry in there from. I'm good. I'm really good. Wow, we're running out of time real quick. Let's do the compilation. Let's jump down to 45 because I love this piece because these people are losing their crap. And before we go, I want to make sure that we show that new image because of our old health and our new health. Go ahead, roll that bad boy.
No! 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 Why?
Watch for the spit.
Why? Do you really hate me that bad? I'm done.
I just want to know what people mean by they're done.
I'm done with
What are they-
you
they
and your
leaving?
mother and your sister.
Are they gonna
all of
unalive
this.
themselves? I don't know. What does that mean? I'm done. Okay, so if you notice, head tattoo went wrong. Throw hair back, and she probably shaved it.
I can't be real.
Oh, it's real, darling. I mean, you can't get more real than this.
All I can say is how fucking dare you? How dare you put this man into office for another 4
leave, I wanna
years,
show
knowing
that
damn
movie.
well
We're
what it
running
means
out of
for our
time real
country.
quick. Crazy, dude. That is mental. That is mental instability at its best. So let's show this next picture. I love this picture, and it says everything. Because you know what? We all need to start living healthy. We need to eat healthy. We need to be healthy. And we can't do it right now with what's going on. So let's show that picture real quick. That is freaking awesome. I mean,
funny.
You can't ask for a better than that. Hey, everybody,
it
thanks for
reminds
watching The
me-
Political Nerd.
Oh, yeah, we're at the end. Never mind. We're
Austin,
good.
thanks for coming on with me, buddy. We'll see
no
everybody
problem.
next week.